What do you think when you hear the phrase, bird-brained? Do you picture tiny songbirds flitting about, tweeting and trilling without a care in the world? Well, turns out that's not the whole story, especially when it comes to our feathery friends. They might look like colorful, chatty companions, but under those vibrant feathers beats a mind that rivals some mammals. Seriously, these guys are smart cookies. And today, we're gonna spill the beans on what makes them tick, how they pass cognitive tests, and how you can train them to unlock their incredible potential. So, sit back, relax, and prepare to be amazed as we dive deep into the fascinating world of parrot intelligence. So, first off, what makes these birds so brainy? Well, it all boils down to their noggin. No, not that one. This one, the part of their brain that controls higher-level functions like decision-making and problem-solving. Yep, their prefrontal cortex.
Now,
Don't let the name fool you. Just because it's a little smaller than ours doesn't mean it's any less powerful. In fact, studies have shown that parrots have one of the most advanced brains in the entire bird kingdom. Now get this, their nidipallium region is around twice the size of other birds, which explains why they're such big-brained beauties. This extra special brain power lets them take on tasks that would stump most of their feathered friends, like recognizing themselves in the mirror, communicating in ways that go beyond just chirping, and figuring out how to solve complex puzzles. Next, let's talk about some classic parrot cognitive tests. You know those super smart birds gotta be tested to see just how smart they are. First up, there's the 4-cup test. Scientists place a yummy treat under one of 4 cups, and then shuffle them all up. The parrot's job is to remember where that tasty snack is hiding. Now, it may seem easy, but it's not as simple as you think. This test isn't just about finding the prize, it's also about keeping track of where each cup has been moved. That's some serious brain power right there. Then there are puzzle boxers. These bad boys are like a series of mini-games that test a parrot's ability to figure things out. To get to that sweet reward, they've got to unlatch doors, slide panels, and pull chains. It's like a gymnastic floor exercise routine for birds. And don't forget about the mirror self-recognition test. Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and thought, hey, that's me? Parrots that pass this test can recognize themselves in the mirror. Scientists mark them with a dot or a sticker in a spot they can't see. Then they watch as the parrot checks itself out in the mirror and tries to figure out what that strange mark is all about. See, if the parrot ends up touching the marked area, well, they've passed the test. It's like a little game of Where's Waldo, except with mirrors and stickers. Finally, there's the object permanence task. Remember that game of peekaboo you played as a kid?
oh,
Scientists use a similar idea to test if parrots understand that things still exist even when they coat in be seen. They hide a toy or a treat and then observe the parrot's reaction if the parrot keeps looking for the hidden item. Then they understand that just because they and see it does unmean it's vanished into thin air. Now that we've covered the basics, let's meet some real-life brainiacs. Let's start with Alex, the African gray parrot. He was a superstar when it came to cognitive tests. Alex could identify more than 50 objects and understand concepts like same and different. Plus, he could even count up to 6. How's that for a brainiac? Then there's Apollo. This guy set a Guinness World Record for naming 12 objects in just 3 minutes during a cognitive test. Talk about a verbal virtuoso. Now that we've met some of the smarty pants parrots, let's talk about some training techniques that can help your feathered friend unlock their potential. training parrots isn't just about teaching them cool tricks. It's about giving them a chance to shine and show off how smart they are. So let's dive in and see how you can become a parrot training pro. First up, positive reinforcement. We all like to be rewarded for doing a good job, right? Well, parrots are no different. When they do something right, they should be praised or given a small treat. This helps them associate good behavior with good things, making them more likely to repeat that behavior. Next, clicker training. Ever heard of clicker training? It's a fun way to teach parrots new tricks. Here's how it works. You have a clicker that makes a distinct sound, and you pair that sound with a reward. When your parrot does something right, you click the clicker and give them a treat. You'll associate the clicker sound with getting a prize and be eager to please. Target training is another great tool in a parrot's owner toolkit. With target training, you teach your parrot to touch or follow a target object. This can be a stick, a pencil, or even your finger. Once your parrot learns to follow the target, you can use it to guide them into position for tricks or exercises. It's like having a personal trainer for your parrot. Don't forget about puzzle toys and foraging. These are not only fun for parrots, but they're also a great way to stimulate their minds. By hiding treats or food in puzzle toys, you encourage your parrot to use their natural problem-solving skills to find the prize. It's like a real-life game of hide and seek. Now let's talk about why cognitive tests and training are important for parrots. These tests are not just a way to show off parrot smarts, they're also an important tool for understanding how these birds perceive the world around them. By studying how parrots perform in these tests, researchers can learn how these clever creatures think and solve problems. This knowledge helps them design better training and enrichment programs for parrots, both in the wild and in captivity. Plus, engaging a parrot's mind is essential for their well-being. A bored parrot is more likely to develop behavioral issues, so keeping their brains active and engaged is key to a happy, healthy bird. Now it's time for a quick quiz. How much of a parrot pro do you feel now? Test your knowledge with these quick questions. What is the name of the part of the parrot brain that is particularly advanced? What is the name of the famous African gray parrot who passed cognitive tests and understood concepts like same and different? What type of training involves rewarding desired parrot behavior with a distinct sound and a treat? If you answered with Nia Palom, Alex Clicker Training, you're a parrot pro. Give yourself a pat on the back. Finally, let's address some common misconceptions about parrot intelligence. Some people might say parrots are too dumb to realize that their reflection in the mirror is actually themselves. But trust me, parrots that pass the mirror test know exactly who that dashing bird is, staring back at them. As for the idea that parrots are just mimicking human speech without understanding the words they're saying, well, that's just not true. Parrots can learn the meaning of words and phrases, and even use them to communicate their needs and desires. So next time someone tells you parrots are dumb, just remember, they might be onto something, but not in the way you think. That brings us to the end of our journey into the fascinating world of parrot cognition and training. We hope you learned a thing or two and discovered just how smart our feathery friends really are. Remember, a stimulated parrot is a happy parrot, so keep those brain cells busy with plenty of puzzles, training sessions, and love. Until next time, keep being a parrot pro. Thanks for joining us on this enlightening adventure. If you loved learning about parrot intelligence, don't forget to leave us a like, subscribe for more brilliant bird content, and share your thoughts in the comments. Who knows? You might just be the next Parrot Pro. See ya later.